So do you think cynicism has any value?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think it matters what your judgment is on anything. Even if you, I think it depends how open you are and how willing you are. You could go, yeah, what a load of rubbish. I don't believe that. But you don't have to believe in healing for it to work.
Oh, that's handy.
Mm.
Because I talk to a lot of people and it feels like a circular argument where it's like, well, if you believe it, then it'll work. But it's like, well, okay, but I'd like it to work before I need some evidence. And
Mm.
so what ends up happening is it goes, well, I go, well, it didn't work. And they go, well, that's because you didn't believe. So, well, yeah, of course I don't believe because I've not had any evidence. So give me some evidence for me to believe. And then it goes, but
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
telling me that it can work whether you believe it or not. That
Oh,
feels
yeah. It works whether you believe it or not. It really does. I mean, what I did with you today, you probably gone, well, I'm just going to play. I don't know if that's going to work. But when afterwards, when I waggled my finger at you and when, said to you what your mum said to you that day, just you wait, you just laughed at me afterwards. You didn't go, ooh, but you didn't have to believe that was going to work for it to work.
yeah. And I suppose there's an element of I don't need to know or believe the same thing as you as to why things work.
No, you don't. You can have your own beliefs, your own thoughts around any healing that's out there. I mean, from my point of view, I believe that any healing out there will work for the individual as long as they're open to it. You have to be open and a bit willing to receive. Because if you're
So,
not open and willing to receive, you're closing yourself off to anything that's going to happen for you.
so how do you become open? How do you become willing to receive?
Well, that's a mindset, isn't it? You have to allow yourself rather than sort of you can kind of feel it if you're going no I really don't believe it, I really don't want to do it, then you're closing yourself off. It's all in your wording, isn't it? It's all in your body language. If you're going to come to someone like myself and go, I need this help, but I don't really believe what you do, I think it's a load of rubbish, and you're not going to participate in anything I'm doing, then it's never going to work in a million years. But if you go, I don't really understand what you're doing, but I'm open to giving it a try and having a play, then you're opening up yourself to go, let's just have a play and let's see where it goes.
See, I
It's
think of
it's in the
myself,
language, it's in your the way you present yourself.
so I try to be open and I go along and I try to be wholehearted. And then there's a little voice in the back of my head going, oh, bollocks, bollocks, bollocks. And or what sometimes happens, and this might happen today, I don't know. What sometimes happens is I'm completely in it in the moment, and
Mm.
then afterwards the little voice goes, that didn't happen.
Yeah, but didn't what if it did?
I know, exactly. So the little voice undermines. So the little voice,
Again, if you think later that the process we did earlier, if that didn't happen, you just imagine your mum waggling your finger at you again and see what happens.
yeah, yeah. But it's almost like the cynicism is something that could keep you safe, but also stops
I think
magic.
it keeps you stuck as well.
Well, stuck is
'Cause,
safe, isn't it? It's predictable.
it can be. I mean, it all depends where you are in your life, doesn't it? If you have a problem that you want resolving, but you don't think anything's going to work for you, well, it just isn't, is it? And you'll always have that problem. And if you want to live with that problem for the rest of your life, then that's your choice. We all have a
And I
choice.
think a lot of people do feel, so I'm a psychotherapist and I work with people who on some level would prefer to stay stuck than change because change is scary.
It is scary. And I think we're both probably experiencing that in this course that we're doing together.
Yeah.
And I'm certainly feeling the fear, but doing it anyway. I'm choosing to do that.
And
But
sometimes it is fear of success, isn't it? It's fear of kind of actually, what if this shit does work? And actually I get everything. I'm thinking about the end of the first Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory film.
Mm.
with Gene Wilder, and he goes,
Yes.
"You
Yeah.
remember what happened to the boy who got everything he wanted?" And Charlie goes, "What happened?" And he goes, "Well, he lived happily ever after." And there's that moment where you expect him to say something awful because because like it can't just be that simple. What,
But
you know,
why couldn't it be?
exactly. Maybe we all need to get the keys to the chocolate factory.
Actually, I do like that thought. I think I'm going to go with that thought, actually. I'm going to get my key.
Yeah, let's get
I'm
the
getting
keys
the
to the
key.
chocolate factory and play.
Yeah. But that's what life is about, isn't it? Isn't it about having a play with things?
Yeah.